And for my next video, it is the first ever action figure unboxing and review. Here I have Marvel's Kingpin and Marvel's Mysterio from the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Retro action figure wave. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Phil. I know you're looking forward to seeing my good looking face with the Irish guy with a good looking beard, but to soften the blow today, I'm not just doing one action figure review, I'm going to do two. So 2 for 1, just because I know you've tuned in and you're probably already sad that you don't get to look at me. So first things first, we'll look at Kingpin. Now this is a big beefy boy. As you can see, I've had to zoom out to the point where you can actually see the sides of my light box here. Here is the front. And here's the back. Feel free to pause and read that if you so wish, but I'm sure if you're here, you all already know who Kingpin is. What I will say about this wave of figures, I personally think the card looks fantastic. The colours, the vibrancy. If you were to collect your figures in this way and not unbox them, I wouldn't judge you one bit, because they do look great. However, I do let my figures breathe, and I will kind of go over a way where you can do that with a figure like this and still preserve the box, so if you do change your mind down the line, you can put it back in. And I have the figure out of the box. The best way to do it, which I find, and I've seen many others do it, is you take a sharp craft knife and you maybe start from midway on the plastic, slice around the bottom, right around to the other side, and then this part of the figure just pulls out the bottom. That way, yes, it is obviously sliced here at the bottom, but you know, figures are meant to be opened and played with and enjoyed. But if you want to put them back in the card to maybe pin to the wall, they will still look excellent. So here is this boyo out of the box, and I have to say he looks fantastic. It goes without saying, if you get a figure and he's big and chunky and beefy and heavy, you do feel that it's a lot more premium. You feel like it's not going to break, it's not going to be flimsy, but you do have to kind of take, you know, the hit elsewhere. I've had a wee play around with him before this recording, and he's not the most articulated figure, but I suppose just being a big beefy fella, that he's not going to be. He does come with his little cane here. As you can see, it's slightly bent, because when you're taking these figures out of the packaging, sometimes you just have to force it out almost. But with a heat gun or a hair dryer or a bit of hot boiling water, you could easily straighten that out, no issues. And the head, the additional head you get with him, the battle-worn, scarred, bruised, beat up head, and I think that looks fantastic. And here is the face and the head sculpt that comes with him. Looks very grumpy, wee scowl, very kind of domineering almost, like, you know, he's not to be trifled with. But this is the first time I've done this, so I may not be very good at it, but please bear with me. I'm going to go through the articulation of this beast. The head, it does move left and right. In fact, it will go, no, it won't go the whole way around. He looks up that much, which isn't really a lot. Looks down that much. Arm will go the whole way around. Let's check on both of them. It's not a double jointed elbow, but again, because of the size of him, it would never be anyway. Wrist. This is the open hand. Goes the whole way around. In terms of this body, he can go the whole way around. Why you'd want to make him do that, I do not know. He will lean back that much, but also there's a gap there now. There's no waist swivel. He has thigh swivel, which will go the whole way around on both. Knee will go the whole way around and will only go that far back. Well, not the knee won't go any forward, but the leg will only go that far forward. So really quite accurate for a guy of this size. Probably doesn't have as much freedom of movement as you would think. Ankles again, not a lot there. And it just popped off. Lovely. He is also limited there because of the cuff on his trousers. So yeah, completely limited in articulation. I suppose in a way that it would be accurate for a fellow this size. However, Kingpin himself is known to get into a bit of mischief himself, a bit of battle, a bit of fighting, and I would think that I feel like I could take him in a fight right now. And now we move on to Mysterio. There was a fairly sought after Marvel Legends of Mysterio that came out maybe 3 years ago or so. It's very hard to obtain unless you want to pay over the odds on eBay, which I refuse to do, but this one here is, I think it looks even better, and I am delighted to pick this one up. So here's the front of the card. And there is the back. Feel free to read that if you wish. Now this, do a little slicey trick and get this bad boy opened. And here he is out of the box. Does look pretty cool. I love the fact that he comes with these kind of green smoke effects. Obviously adding to to what Mysterio is, I suppose. But this figure does have some issues. I tend not to have any luck with figures with capes. Trying to get them to stand can be quite difficult, to be honest. I do usually prefer a rubber cape, which this is. However, I would imagine with a cloth cape, maybe there's less weight to it and it should stand easier, where this guy, of course, just proved me wrong, but I struggled to get him standing in this position literally 2 minutes ago. Be hard to do with the cape, I suppose, but this kind of cape dome thing just comes off very easily. There's a little peg here at the back of the cape, goes into the hole here at the back. Take that off and it does reveal Mysterio himself. This does stay attached. Like I say, it is rubber. For a figure it is quite heavy, that's why it does pose a problem getting him to stand, but it does look pretty cool. Articulation wise, head whole way around, goes up that far, down that much, kind of tilts freely, arm whole way around. It has a bicep swivel, it has the much preferred double jointed elbows, waist swivel, it has ab crunch, the legs can go that far out, they can go that far up, they won't go back any more than that. He does have double jointed knees, and foot will pretty much swivel on the ball joint up and down, left and right, the whole way around. Wonderful. I do have some gripes with this figure though. I'm trying to pose it, the cape and the I don't know what it's called, the dome, the helmet thing wants to kind of always come off. The little kind of smoke effects, I mean, I couldn't really work out how to put it around his arms. Assuming that's where they went, I had to look up another video on YouTube to determine that they could go around the ankles, but they are meant to go around the arms too. I just couldn't do it. But other than that, this figure does look great. It's going to go on display along with the rest of the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Retro Wave, and it does have its place in amongst them. So this has been my 2-for-1 action figure unboxing and review. Kingpin, Mysterio from Marvel Legends Spider-Man Retro Wave. I think both look fantastic. They're going to go on display amongst the rest of them. Delighted to have them. They do look spectacular, albeit articulation issues with Kingpin and posability issues with Mysterio, but they do look pretty cool. So folks, please like this video, please comment below what you thought. Have I made a complete Horlicks off this action figure unboxing review? Do you want more of these? I have plenty of figures lined up to do this, so please watch this space. Yeah, please subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. I will put some pictures up of these two glorious figures. And please stay tuned for my next video. See ya. Bye bye.